So the thing that I remember most from this year was this moment where I was pitching this idea for a short film about this guy named Sky to Carla, our executive director, and she recognized him from a photo that I showed her. And I figured that it was probably from some of the work that we've been doing in advocacy and community living, but it was that she just remembered him from riding the same bus as him for a long time, and one day he brought her a flower on the bus. So it was a really good reminder that folks that we support and advocate with and for are just members of our communities and exist outside of their relationship to services or to advocacy.
I started working with Taya Thorne, who lives on Vancouver Island. We started working together on a project called Gender Matters, and I got to know her really well. And I was able to offer her the opportunity to go to university to get her certification in education assistant and community support. It was just such an emotional moment for all of us, and I can't even say enough about how that made me feel. It was the best day of my life.
A moment that really stands out for me is when Richard and I presented his life story to a group of advocates in Kelowna this summer. And what was really unique about that is, and we've done that presentation 40, 50 times, but it's usually to a group of professionals. But there was just a different energy and a different feeling about that presentation with Richard when he knew he was speaking to other people with disabilities. And so important for them to know the story, because it is the legacy of institution that most affects their lives. And just seeing that power of that connection and those aha moments, and having people thank Richard, someone who's done such an incredible amount of work for the community living movement in British Columbia. It just felt really special, and it will stick with me for many years, but definitely was one of the highlights of this year.
There was this one moment, and this is in the community of Castlegar, and we work with one of our partners, the Circle of Indigenous Nations Society, and we created a physical space and also like an emotional space. So it was this wide room with a drum at the center, all come together as a circle, and we came together to share our stories, and the solidarity in that circle and the vibration of the drums, it just created an atmosphere that is honestly going to stay with me forever. It was not only listening to stories, but coming together in circle and seeing what we can do for one another, and it just starts by listening to one another.
Do another great year.